Saints fans, Cammy Saint here, back again with another video bringing you the reaction to the Bournemouth-Southampton game, the 3-0 victory. What a cracking result it was, what a cracking game it was. Should have been 5-6-0, but anyway, let's crack on with minute-by-minute review. Then we'll go into some player ratings and then a conclusion. So, the game kicks off straight away with a better team. We're showing our Premier League quality, although we haven't shown it of late. We were doing all the basics correctly, which was excellent. We got a really great early goal, Walker-Peters, a fantastic ball from Jan Bednarak, all the way up to Walker-Peters, who was doing that time and time again, just creating the run in behind. Excellent touch, superb touch, and then decides to thread it across goal to Che Adams, and it's bundled in by Cameron Carter-Vickers. Yeah, unfortunately it goes down as offside. We didn't let that stop us. We didn't let our heads go down or anything, but we just kept hammering them. It was fantastic to watch. Redmond played out of his skin, absolutely insane up front. Amazing run, threaded the ball through for Gineppo, and DJ just finesses it into the bottom corner. Superb Premier League finish. We could have scored loads. It was unbelievable. You know, we got the second just before half time. Redmond again runs straight down the middle, just keeps going with the ball, loses his man, hits it with his right foot, and it arrows into the top bin, right into the upper echelon. It was an incredible solo goal from Redmond. So we go into the second half, 2-0 up. Good second half. Che Adams scores a great goal. Armstrong just kept running and running and running and running. Sets up a chance. Che Adams hits it on the edge of the box. It flies in. But unfortunately, it was either handball or offside. And it got disallowed. So at that point, we should be 4-0 up. But anyway, we're moving on. And then we do get the third goal. Incredible strike. Armstrong hits the post. And Redmond, first time finish into the bottom corner. He played out of his skin. But our quality showed today, and that's exactly what we needed. Just a beautiful 3-0 win. And I must say, Fraser Forster has kept a clean sheet in every single FA Cup game for us this season. Is he the first keeper to make it that far without conceding a goal? Imagine you win the FA Cup without conceding a goal. I don't know, discuss. They had another header, I think, Bournemouth, late in the second half. It's crossed in, Sam Surridge heads it, and it was a difficult one for Forster to deal with, to be honest. It bounces early, and he collects it and kind of lays next to it with the ball in his side on the goal line. And it was a really good save, and you know, the saves that Forster had to make, he made them very well. I think Forster should start for us more often. You know, I like his confidence that he's getting now. The Sam Surridge incident, so we bring on a few subs. I think Salisu, you know, Vestergaard and Bednarak come off. Salisu, incredible, the ball's in the air, and he flicks it, he does this overhead kick thing, where he flicks it up, he collects it down, touches it down on his foot. And it was an incredible bit of skill. And just as he's about to pass it off, Sam Surridge comes in and just barges him to the ground. Fair enough. You know, it's shoulder-to-shoulder sport. You know, he's a local Bournemouth lad, so you can see why he did it. But it was just violent conduct. Like, there's no reason to do it. You're losing 3-0. You know, take the L on the chin, son. He just battered poor Salisu, who'd only been on 4 minutes. And yeah, it just wasn't fair, to be honest. Like, unnecessary violent conduct. And he did get a yellow card for it. It was a fantastic display from the lads. Goals coming from an unlikely source, so to speak. So Redmond banging a brace, and Gineppo. Both, you know, week in, week out, I always say our wingers have no end product. And boy, did they shut me up today. They both worked really, really hard. You know, everyone did. And it was a superb performance. We went out guns a-blazing, and now we can either get... Let's crack on with the player ratings. Fraser Forster, fantastic game, another clean sheet, deserves an 8 today. Ryan Bertrand, a good game, played well, give him a 7. Vestergaard, incredible centre-back. He stops everything. He's just big and strong. He's a strong lad. So I think I'll give him a 7. Bednarak's passing has gotten a lot better. He's definitely taken notes from Vestergaard on the training pitch. I'll give Bednarak an 8. Cole Walker-Peters, incredible player. Really, really good. His moves off the ball and running in behind were incredible. Good runs, a good tracking back. Just again, really dependable. I like him a lot. I'll give him an 8. Gineppo, fantastic goal. Really calm, collected finish into the bottom corner. Cool head. I think he deserves an 8 today. Diallo and James Ward-Prowse. Diallo had a good game. Again, when he first came back from injury, he was misplacing a few passes, kind of getting back into the groove a bit. But I think he's really coming back to his old self again, which is good. I'm glad to see him back in the starting 11 as well. So I think I'll give him a 7. James Ward-Prowse. Bit weird early on. Our free kicks and corners weren't being taken by James Ward-Prowse. Bertrand was having a go, and fair enough. But the routines and stuff were a little bit different than what we were used to. Our first corner of the game, it was played short between Redmond and James Ward-Prowse, and the chemistry wasn't there, and it went out for a goal kick. And it was just weird because the centre-backs kind of went off in a huff. They were kind of like, oh, I was kind of expecting that to be swung into the box. And I'm sure most of us were expecting it to be swung into the box, but it just wasn't. So I don't know what the plan was there. I remember when we were playing under Pellegrino, sorry, I'm getting a bit sidetracked, but when we were playing under Pellegrino, he made us play short corners all the time instead of just swinging it in. And I remember being at a game at St Mary's. Everyone in the Northern stand was like, just cross it in. Stop playing the short ball. It's not working. And I think Bertrand even listened to us at this point. And someone came close. I think it was Redmond to come take the short corner. And Bertrand was just like, no, get in a box like that. Like he was listening to us. And he swung it in. And I don't know what happened that day. I can't remember what game it was. But anyway, yeah, I think swinging it into our big boy defenders is the way to go. So I don't know what the plan was there. Anyway, James Ward-Prowse had a good game and give him a 7. On the right-hand side, Stuart Armstrong. Stuart Armstrong looked like he could run another 90 minutes when we finished that game. He just has energy to burn. I don't know what he does. I don't know if he follows the same routine as Jamie Vardy and has 4 espressos and 4 Red Bulls before a game. But honestly, his legs are incredible. They just keep going and going and going and going. You know, I think Armstrong had a fantastic game today, managing to stay on his feet in the box to create that chance. You know, he's fantastic. Like I said, underrated player, but I think he's finally starting to show his worth for us as well. Stuart Armstrong, give an 8. Nathan Redmond, man of the match. I think he deserves a 10 today. He had a fantastic game. Both those finishes were really, really hard. You look at the angle of the first goal and see how tight that is, and he manages to hit it, and the accuracy to get it into that top right-hand corner is incredible. I don't know if that was the plan all along, if it was just to hit it in the direction of the goal. But to be fair, I'd like to think that he planned that and it was just to go in the top corner. And yeah, fantastic finish. And the second one, arguably, is the harder goal to score. It comes directly off the post and without even taking a touch, he hits it first time and bends it into the corner. That is a Messi-esque goal. You know, that's a hard goal to score. You've got to get over that. You've got to get the direction and the pace on the ball. And you look at the tight angle, he's only got that corner to go for. So I think, yeah, it's a fantastic goal for him to score. And the ice was in his veins at that point. Perfect finish, perfect performance. I'll give him a 10. And then Che Adams, who again scored that class goal from outside the box. Shame it not to count. Again, he had a fantastic game, working hard off the ball. And I feel like without Danny Ings, I didn't even miss him today. We're confident enough now with Che Adams and Redmond up front. But we go in against Burnley and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think Che Adams had a fantastic game. I'll give him an 8. The subs, we made 5 subs this game. We had Salisu come on, Jack Stevens come on, Kane Ramsey come on, Dan and Lindeloo and Nathan Teller all come on, right? So going through those 5. So Salisu, that bit at the end where he hooked the ball out of the air and then touched it down again and managed to lay it off. Salisu's class. Salisu needs to play more often. I really like him. I'll give him a 7. Jack Stevens came on and even he did bits. You know what I mean? I mean, he was good. Just don't concede a goal was the plan, basically. And yeah, he did a fair job. He didn't concede a goal. Give him a 6. Kane Ramsey. I like this guy. I think he performed all right. You know, his first game was in the 9-0 defeat at Man United. I thought up until we started conceding loads of goals, he was playing fine. I think he's got potential, this lad. I like him a lot. I wouldn't have him start over Kyle Walker-Peters if Walker-Peters was available, but I'd rather he play right back than Bednarak if that ever happens again. It was good to see him on the pitch again, so I'll give him a 6. Nathan Teller, you know, as soon as he came on, he got involved. You know, he was keeping the ball up front. He was causing problems for that Bournemouth defence. I'll give him a 7. He played all right. Dan and Lindeloo. Cool. Dan and Lindeloo looks like Bambi on ice. He really does. He looks really unconfident. Some of his passes, one of them went out of play. One of them was too short and didn't have enough pace on it. And I remember seeing a video, I think it was on Obafemi's Snapchat story, and they bought Dan and Lindeloo this like passing net to work on his first touch. I think it was like a Christmas thing, like a Secret Santa jobby. But anyway, yeah, he didn't look confident or comfortable on there. So I'm glad he got a goal early against Shrewsbury when we did play them. Yeah, he just looked really nervous coming on. Bless him. You know, I think he'll be a top striker one day, but I feel like we got to get him on loan. I'd rather have Obafemi there. Anyway, and Lindeloo, I'm sorry, mate, but you get a 6. Let's move on to some sort of conclusion. So, 3-0 at Bournemouth, 3-0 at the Vitality. Fantastic result, fantastic performance all around. That everyone played out their skin. No really standout performers for Bournemouth either, really. You can probably say that Philip Billing, but he didn't really get the service. You know, he's a tall lad, but he didn't get the service. Carter Vickers looked average. Fair play to Bournemouth, they're doing well in the Championship. They've got a new manager, they're still trying to adjust to the system. They've got 9 players out, some of those with Premier League experience. Jack Wilshere looks decent, you know, he was playing the ball around in the middle of the park. Who can we have in the next round? Either Sheffield or Chelsea. By the time this goes up, they would have played and they would know. But by the time I'm filming this, they're due to play in about 2 hours. So either one of those, it'd probably be Chelsea, Man United or Leicester, and then Man City. I really hope we don't get Man City. I really hope we get one of the other two. Man City in the semi-final. I mean, anything could happen at Wembley, but I'd rather see ourselves get a beatable team like Man United or Chelsea than Man City, who are just unstoppable at the moment. But anyway, Saints fans, let me know how you feel about this result down below. Let me know how excited you are to go against Burnley now. Obviously, we've got the international break, and I'll try and do a video for the England game potentially, but we'll see. But anyway, guys, this has been Cammy Saint. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I hope your weekend was great with this result, and I hope you had a good time. But anyway, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And come on, you Reds!